Good morning. It is Tuesday, 11:30. It's not really morning anymore. Yeah, my plans for today got a little bit shifted because my physical therapy appointment was cancelled because any sign of illness and everybody needs to shut down. So I didn't get to go in there, but I did head into town to drop off my feet, my plaster cast feet. So he's going to make some inside slippers for me to wear, and it will take about a week or so to get them. So it's really good. Look forward to not using shoes inside. They won't be very pretty because all of those shoes are ugly, but you know what? I don't care about shoes, so it doesn't really bother me. He was like, "What kind of slippers do you want?" With heel strap, and when he said heel strap, I said without heel strap, and he was like, so. Anyway, I think that will be fine. So yeah, I did that, and then I just head to the grocery store. I picked up some carrots, which it feels like half of my diet these days is carrots or broccoli. It's something about soluble fibers or something. I don't know. I did that. I also picked up a bag of bones or chew bone and for Albert, and a flower for me. So I still have work to do. So it is computer work. Sadly, but it needs to be done, and I feel like I did a good job yesterday about editing and all of that. So I feel like just ride the wave, finish the stuff we need to get done, and then I think I will feel better once I have like the boring stuff done. Actually, I don't think editing is boring. It's more like compared to other things, I'd rather be doing other things. That is not only the computer. What I have learned about myself is I much rather not work on a computer. Yet here we are. So okay, so I've had lunch and I'm just sitting here editing while I'm having on some Simply Neological, the vintage style, Oh, I just miss them. But I just got a package. It's my Holo taco order. Okay. So I think I've mentioned before that custom in Sweden or custom into Sweden from non-European countries, especially from the US, is a little bit that makes water comes out of your eyes. But this was like a little present for myself. So, and since I've ordered this, I'm like, crap, there's a few more that I want, but I almost ordered more yesterday, but I didn't, but here is what I ordered. So I ordered 4, and they're nothing new, it's all the stuff that they've had out for quite some time. It's a little bit more fun to have pretty nails, especially when you're recording stuff. I try to have a little bit prettier nails, but so this one is just like but I think it's a good base. See your later chai, gold flake taco, and then I got another of these unicorn skins. So I have one on my nail right now, and it's just the Aurora unicorn skin with a matte top coat on top of it. Solar unicorn skin, and I think it looks amazing. Munchy. I just thought that was so pretty. These are really pretty, so I think I will do some of that later. I do use the base and top coat from Holo Talker 2. But my nails look really sad because I tear them off. So you look kind of sad. Okay, so Wednesday. I don't know what I did yesterday because I felt pretty fine yesterday, but I am wiped today. I have no idea. So what I decided to do was I've gone over my plans for the year because I feel like sometimes when I get like I feel like now when I feel like I don't have any energy but I'm feeling really stressed, I'm like, okay, going back what I'm stressed about, you know? So I think I have things under control. I know exactly what I need to do, but also I think one of the things that I've been like thinking about but not really like actively thinking about, it is that for my plans for March was to have 6 colors coming out that has been like, they're not new colors, they're just like colors that are coming out together, and together with that I have patches, like embroidered patches, and also washi tape. So it was going to be more about other things than the paint. However, I messed up with the washi tape. So I did the washi tape and I sent it off, and then I got it back to change a few things, which is completely normal. And then I sent them all off again, I believed. And then it went like 1 or 2 weeks, and I was like, it's so odd that he hasn't responded, because my contact usually he responds right away. He's great at communicating. I'm not. So I was like, okay, that's odd. And then he sent me an email a few days ago, and he was like, just letting you know that the Chinese New Year is coming up at the end of the week. So, and I was like, crap, he has obviously not gotten my designs. So I sent him off again, and then I got an email this morning, or at night, but I read it this morning, where he said that they had some issues, computer issues, but he was going to get back to me as soon as they had fixed it. So yeah, if I had just been on the ball, they had been hopefully started manufacturing those like last week or this week. But now what I think is going to happen is that they will it will take a few weeks while they're off to celebrate the New Year. Oh, and it's so stupid. Like, I know this. I know they celebrate the Chinese New Year later. I just... Anyway, when you know better, you do better, or you forget. So, anyway, yeah, I'm a little bit upset at myself because I know this is coming up. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Hopefully the designs are good so that when they come back after their vacation, their holiday, they can just go into manufacturing. But why I'm talking about it is because I don't know if there's enough time to actually manufacture and then ship. It's more the shipping I'm worried about, for them to be here on time for March. So the shop update for March is the 4th of March. So I'm not sure if that is time. Now, what I think I will do is that I will take the plan I had for May and put that into March, because for May I had planned to do the Jane colors, and I have just looked and I have pretty much all of the Jane colors ready. They're not wrapped, they're not cleaned or anything, and I still need to do Wentworth and Darcy, but I could put those into March and then put the March colors in May instead. So so I do have a backup plan that I feel like it would work pretty good. So that makes me feel a little bit more relaxed. However, I still need to make sure. So we need to make Wentworth and Darcy like within like 2 or 3 weeks, because like I said, they dry so fast, and the issue is I need to make another batch of Darcy because they have dried so fast it has cracked, so I want to fill up the gaps in Darcy. And then Wentworth, just a second pour. So we need to do that, but I also need to finish up April, and I have done April. I was sitting painting with April colors last night, and normally I try to do 6 colors per set. I like that. It fits very nicely into the tins and everything, but I have decided that for April I'm going to do 5 colors. I know, what a yeah, radical decision, right? But I just feel like the colors that I have, those 5 colors, I really like them together. And instead of trying to shoehorn another color, I feel like it's just better to go with the colors that I feel like it's enough. Like, I don't feel like I need to, well, I did feel like that, and I think that's why I've been a little bit stressed. But I just really like those 5 colors together. I feel like it is a complete set. I did do a little tiny few paintings with them, and I just really like what I can do with those colors. And I did then later sit down and worked on the color scheme, and there were a few colors that I felt like could look really nice together with those. But I also feel like I want to give my colors the best chance, and I don't want to just rush it. So I'm going to go with 5 colors. I'm really happy with the 5 colors I do have. And for those 5 colors, I need to make the second pour on 2. With that being said, I feel like we now have a bit more clear, like I have a bit more clear of an idea of what I need to do. And it feels like I'm feeling a little bit more calm, even though I know how much stuff I need to do. I feel a bit more like I know like in what kind of order stuff needs to be made. Okay, just to give you like a visual depiction on how bad the situation really is. So this is, I think I'm going to call this tulipa, like tulipa, the Latin word for tulip, and it doesn't matter. But here you can see the green one that we did last week. Like, this is just insane how much this has cracked. I have never seen anything like it. So what I'm thinking is that I'm going to place this this plate or this tray. I'm going to place it out there in the kennel for the afternoon, because that it's not as warm or as dry as it is in here. And I have turned off my dehumidifier, so it's not on. Nothing is lighting up on that one, because I mean it has a lot of color. I mean it's over the edge, but it doesn't look very nice. And I mean, I don't want to send out color to look like this if I can help it. So I do have more of this color on a jar in my little fridge here. But yeah, so here is all the paint I could make for this, because the brown pigment has run out, which means I definitely need to order more. But yeah, let's fill these out. We're going to pop them into the kennel, and then we'll see in the afternoon or tomorrow morning how it looks. So I put the camera here so we can see something else. Anyway, so I've done 2 batches of paint, but I'm sitting down, I'm a little bit hungry, but I'm going to order pigments before I go in and forget and then don't do it. So I am at Kramer. So Kramer is, I say Kramer, I don't know, it's a German brand that they have a large selection of pigments, both that they buy in and that they mill themselves. They also have, if you want to buy their handmade watercolors, and they have a really good selection of pigments, of supplies to buy if you want to make paint, and also just paint supplies, and they ship pretty much all over the world. So that's where I get, I would say, like 25%. Yeah, about I would say, yeah, 20 to 25% of the pigments that I use, I think, is from Kramer. I also have a supplier here in Sweden that they have a lot of these standard pigments, but not like when I need a little bit special ones, because the supplier I use here in Sweden, their main thing is that they do building conservation, so they take care of old houses and make paint that was used by old houses. So here in I have another jar of this brown one. I'm just going to get 100 grams of this. This is a 20-gram jar. So that is the most expensive pigment. Then just titanium white. I have used so much of that because of the pastel colors, so I need a bit more. Then I have gum arabic. We go through quite a lot of gum arabics. I got a kilo of that, a kilo of the white one, and then I'm going to try out a new black pigment. So for Carrara and for Helge, they both use the same black, and there's a bone black. And I found there's wine black, which means it's made from plant material instead of bones. Now, I can't actually confirm that the bone black is made from bones. However, when you have bone black, it's not like you kill the animal to get the bones and then discard the rest of the animal. Usually it is people get the bone from like the butcheries. So instead of wasting the bones, they use it to make the pigment. But I get it, some people are very anti any animal product, so I'm going to see how I like this wine black. So I'm going to get that and try it out. I really would like to make like a just black paint. I have one that is completely black, and that is Tunisian, but it's so heavily granulating that it's amazing to mix with others. But I would like some that is either non-granulating or very slight granulating. So I'm going to try that, and then I have also added a glass molar to my cart here. I have one that I really like, but when I prepared the surface on my glass slab so it gets roughed up, several splinters and chips from the molar came out, and more have came out since, and I'm a little bit scared that if it's starting to lose more of those little chips, like how long will it actually last? So I have one, it's the same size, just because I'm a little bit scared. So yes, that is that. Let's check out here. Like that. Okay, now we're done. I can have lunch and continue working after that. Okay, so it's almost 6 o'clock and I'm about to head in, so let's just take a look here. And I've been poking at them a few times, but I can see over here, I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but we have here. So not too much this time, but like I said, I have been looking at these 2 or 3 times, going over. Now, when you do pop the bubbles, you need to make sure that, like here, you got one. So now you need to soften up the other parts of it, so it refills and then gets smoothed out. Because you don't want it to end up looking like that. Well, I say you. I don't want it to end up looking like that. Here is really tricky because it looks like it could be a bubble, but it also is that this tray is not straight, it's very like higher on the sides. So that means the paint, obviously, because of gravity, will run towards the middle. Nothing there. I think it could be one there. Yep, it was one. So here I'm a little bit, I feel like it could be one there. Yep. And if you don't take those, it's like, you know, the sits where you, like the city thing, the is like so deep under the skin. And if I wait till tomorrow when they have all set, it's too late and you can't sort of reactivate the paint here. So now when I pop the bubble, I can sort of reactivate it like this, and it sort of self-level out a bit. Not as perfect as if it just dried without bubbles, but it looks fairly okay. But I can't do this tomorrow. So here, nope, no bubble, just gravity. Okay, so I'm going to take another one. And let's go out and see the paints that we put out here. Poor boy, he just wants to get inside. It's a little bit trickier to see the actual bubble for you maybe. But they look very good. There's just a few that I'm like, don't you dare. Tomorrow, but we'll see how these will dry. Hopefully they don't crack. So okay, so it's almost like 22 hours later, and there is no big crater bubbles. There's a few I can see, like one right over there and one in here, but that's okay. I think on the whole it looks okay, and I didn't have the heat on, so it's pretty cold here right now. You can hear the heater is going in the back, but they're still like tacky and like cold, and that is way better than it's been previously. So let's head out and see how it looks. Where is my thingy? Here. See how the brown ones are doing. So here's even worse, or colder I should say. And you can see these door flaps, they don't always close properly, so it gets really like a lot more. Hey, you did that. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, so here I can definitely tell there is a bigger bubbles, but they're too far gone. I can pop them, but I can't reactivate the actual paint, which means I will only make it worse by popping the bubbles. But there is not a big hole in them anyway. So, nope, no, I can't reactivate it. But you can see there's a slight little air, and these would pop once I have actually start wrapping them. But yeah, I think that is okay. I can also tell on these green ones that they're not as dry. They have more of a sheen to them now, which means they are not as dry. And even though nothing is transferring, which means they're not wet, I do believe that if I were to coat them today or tomorrow and then leave them out here for a few days, I think that might fix it. But today we have other things to do, so we'll see if I can do that before I head in for tonight. But I think this was a good experiment.